Welcome back to Channel XYZ, your go-to for honest, in-depth car reviews. Today we're diving into one of the most talked about premium SUVs on the market, the 2026 Volvo XC60. Volvo has built its reputation on safety, Scandinavian design, and understated luxury, but does the new XC60 live up to expectations in 2026? Buckle up, and let's find out. From subtle updates in styling to refined hybrid powertrains, we'll take a close look at design, comfort, performance, pricing, and who this SUV is really for. Let's start with the exterior. A broken bar. Exterior front voiceover. With visuals, the front of the 2026 XC60 presents a clean, sophisticated face. The grille gets a refresh. Volvo moved to a diagonal slat grille pattern, replacing the older mesh design. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 auto E+2. The headlights say slim, modern LED units say integrate smoothly with Volvo's signature design language, understated, yet premium. The bumper and fascia remain elegantly simple, giving an air of restrained luxury rather than flashiness. Host, on camera or Volvo, if you prefer subtle design over flamboyance, the XC60's front end nails that vibe. It doesn't scream for attention, but it quietly commands respect. Side voiceover, with visuals, from the side. The XC60 carries proportions that balance elegance and SUV presence. The overall length and size remain unchanged, at about 185.4 inches long. It sits comfortably in the midsize luxury SUV class. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 Edmunds +2. The roofline slopes gently toward the rear, creating a sleek silhouette. Not too chunky, not overly sporty, just refined. Wheel arches, door lines, and subtle chrome or trim accents, depending on the trim, round out a profile that works in both urban and suburban settings. Rear, back voiceover, with visuals. At the back, the XC60 gets smoke effect LED tail lamps, on facelifted models, and the overall rear design remains clean and elegant, and no unnecessary bulges or overly aggressive spoilers. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 Wikipedia +1. With the tailgate closed, the rear looks balanced and premium. Fold the rear seats flat, and you open up significant cargo space, say perfect for luggage, groceries, or weekend gear. Host, overall, the exterior styling strikes a nice balance, luxurious but discreet, modern but not flashy. It fits well if you like your SUV to reflect taste rather than trends. Interior cabin design materials voiceover. Step inside the 2026 XC60, and you're greeted with a cabin that reflects Scandinavian minimalism and attention to detail. The facelift brings a larger 11.2-inch center touchscreen display, a major upgrade over the previous generation, giving a more modern and clean-looking dashboard. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 Volvo Cars +2. Soft touch materials, premium upholstery, on higher trims, and refined finishes help the cabin feel more luxurious than ever. The overall layout is uncluttered, less about flashy gimmicks, more about quiet quality. Comfort space voiceover. Host, for seating, the XC60 accommodates 5 passengers comfortably. The second row is spacious enough for adults, and the seats offer decent support for long drives. Rear leg and headroom are generous by midsize SUV standards. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 Edmunds +2. The boot capacity is excellent. Fold down the rear seats and you get up to 63.3 cubic feet of cargo space, which is more than enough for luggage, gear, or weekend road trip loads. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 Volvo Carstuxon.com +1. Extra touches like multiple USB-C ports, wireless phone charging, on some trims, and thoughtful storage cubbies add to everyday usability. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 Volvo Carstuxon.com +1. Tech safety features. Voiceover. Tech inside XC60 leans toward practicality and reliability. Infotainment and navigation live on the 11.2 touchscreen, and while the system trades some flashy bells and whistles for simplicity, the interface remains intuitive. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 Volvo Cars +2. As for safety, Volvo's pedigree shows. Multiple airbags, electronic stability control, anti-lock brakes, and modern driver aids are part of the package. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 Spinny +2. On higher trims you might get options like 360 degrees cameras, parking sensors, adaptive cruise control, and premium audio, making every ride more comfortable, secure, and enjoyable. Performance driving experience voiceover. Under the hood, the 2026 XC60 comes primarily with a 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. This setup delivers about 247 horsepower and 266 pounds-feet, or roughly 266 pounds-feet torque. An 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive are standard across trims. IDRSS (1/2 car and driver plus 3). Thanks to this mild hybrid system, the driving feel is smooth and refined, ideal for city commuting, long highway drives, or family trips. The hybrid assist helps during acceleration and cruising, and also improves fuel efficiency and overall refinement. IDRSS (1/2 Volvo Cars Plus 2). If you want more performance, there's the plug-in hybrid variant, T8A, combining a turbocharged engine with electric motor and battery. In this model, total system power jumps dramatically, giving you maximum performance when needed. IDRSS (1/2 Edmunds Plus 2). For example, the T8 plug-in hybrid can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 4.5 seconds. That's very quick for a mid-size luxury SUV. Impressive when you consider the XC60 is primarily aimed at comfort and practicality. IDRSS (1/2 Volvo Cars Plus 2). Towing capacity is respectably up to 3,500 pounds, so this SUV can also handle trailers, small boats or a heavy load if needed. IDRSS (1/2 Car and Driver Plus 2). That said, the ride quality reflects Volvo's philosophy, stable and composed rather than sporty. Steering is light yet accurate in the city, and steady on the highway. The suspension filters out most road imperfections without being floaty. If you crave a sporty, aggressive ride, this may feel a little reserved. IDRSS (1/2 TrueCar.com Plus 2). Also to note, some reviewers find the ride a little firmer than expected for a luxury SUV. IDRSS (1/2 Edmunds Plus 1 Prices. Trims voiceover, host. Let's talk numbers. In the United States, the starting MSRP for the 2026 Volvo XC60 begins around US $50,995 for the base configuration. IDRSS (1/2 Volvo CarsPlimout.com Plus 2. Trim levels are typically separated into Core, Plus, and higher-end configurations, with increasing levels of luxury, tech, and convenience features. IDRSS (1/2 Volvo Cars Plus 2. If you opt for the plug-in hybrid T8 variant, or fully loaded trim, expect higher prices, but with substantial gains in power, performance and electric assist efficiency. IDRSS (1/2 Edmunds Plus 2. Of course, if you live outside major markets, like in South Asia, Middle East, etc., local taxes, duties, and import costs may significantly affect the final on-road price, so you'll want to check with local dealers if XC60 is imported in your region. Pros Cons. AWHO The XC60 is for voiceover, host. What XC60 does really well: great balance of luxury, comfort, and practicality, ideal for families, daily commuting, and highway cruising. Premium interior materials, refined cabin, very decent cargo and seating space, smooth, efficient mild hybrid, or a plug-in hybrid, powertrains delivering either good fuel efficiency or high-end performance, strong towing capacity and versatility for long trips or heavier loads. Safety and reliability hallmarks of Volvo tend to make it a trustworthy daily driver or long-term vehicle. As IDRSS Adila would to be aware of, potential downsides: ride and handling lean toward comfort and composure rather than sporty dynamics, say not a driver's SUV. On standard trims, infotainment and connectivity may feel more utilitarian compared to some rivals with more aggressive tech stacks. IDRSS (1/2 Edmunds Plus 2 plug-in hybrid charging and infrastructure may matter depending on where you live. If electricity or chargers are scarce, benefit reduces. Depending on import duties, cost might climb significantly in markets outside USA/Europe. Who this is ideal for: if you value safety, comfort, everyday usability, luxury without flashiness, and want a refined mid-size SUV for city commuting, family road trips, and long-distance travel. The 2026 XC60 is an excellent choice. If you're looking for sporty handling or aggressive performance, there might be other SUVs more tuned to that purpose. Outro. Final verdict, host. On camera. So, does the 2026 Volvo XC60 deserve a spot on your shortlist? In our book, yes, absolutely. If you're after a luxury SUV that's balanced, comfortable, and practical, it doesn't try to be over the top and doesn't need to. Its strength lies in its quiet sophistication, reliable performance, and usable versatility. For many buyers, XC60 will be a satisfying long-term companion, whether that's daily commutes, family trips, or occasional towing. If you're okay with a more composed ride and modest tech aggressiveness, say you'll appreciate what Volvo brings. If you like this review, hit like, subscribe to Channel XYZ, and ring the bell for more in-depth car reviews. And in the comments tell me, would you pick the mild hybrid for practicality or the plug-in hybrid for extra power? I want to know what you think. Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and thanks for watching.